Howdy cowdies. Weekly walkabout time at the Collector, but we're running a little bit late tonight, but we will get there. Heaps of cool stuff again for the auction this week. The boxed Nintendo Game & Watch widescreen Turtle Bridge. Still in its plastic wrapper. I don't think that's ever been out of the plastic inside it. It is about as mint as you can get. Absolute ripper. Some more cereal toys, little twin packs still in their packaging. More cereal toys, and there's a kingly critter in there, but he's missing a crown. There's two other dudes with top hats and two other little aliens with little sort of laser guns in their hands. And then they're good football club rings. You got the Blues, the Cats, North Melbourne, and someone else. Once again, cereal toys. Nice little French streamlined tin toy cars. Old men's gent specs with the 9-carat gold frames. More pairs of old specs and frames. More cereal toys. There's Fringies and Crater Critters and Neptune's Undersea Band. All sorts of Society Zoo. Toolie Birds. There's heaps of them in there. Another good lot of footy gear, some old cards and some cool old Richmond sew-on patches. There's more cereal toys up there. Totem Tribe and the Expander Pets and stuff like that. Really cool pair of old like steampunk sunglasses. And these are nice. Little collection of glass, little pug dogs, and this nice little art glass owl fridge magnet with a lovely sort of iridescent body. Not that you can see it now. All right, what else have we got? Art Deco side table. Really nice, big, 1930s Tudor style sideboard. Really cool pair of retro sort of plastic light shades. Unusual pair of bedsides, almost a bit Biedermeier-y sort of thing, but they're just big sort of heavy, thick doors on them. Shaped doors. Little feet sticking out the end. They got shelves and other little funny little drawers that open up on the side. Just nice. Spelter figure. I think there's a little bit of restoration here and there around her hand there. The eagle has landed and it's a lamp. And then we've got the big sort of lightweight. It looks heavy, but she's not really. It's like fiberglass or something. She's really cool. Chippendale style display cabinet's really nice as well. What else have we got? Now we've got heaps of art this week by a brother and sister. They were both commercial artists. I don't think they exhibited at all. Kerry Stokes. And this is a set of 6 of hers. All right. Really quite interesting. And the brother is Robert Stokes. So I'll show you some more as we're going around. But there's some really nice things. Big lot of stuff. This is a good lot of military books. And there's some other sort of army toys and old marbles. And the Qantas Catalina. They've forgotten to take the guns out of the side and out of the front. Just a cool big lot. So 3 boxes there of all the military books, toys and stuff. And these are more works by Kerry Stokes. Little sort of mythical creatures and things. Really quite cool again. Real sort of late 80s, early 90s. Novelty oversized metal coat hangers. Some really nice shawls and throws and things. Big collection of boxed Coles toys. Coles Little Shop 2. All these other things in here. Harry Potter, collect them all. Coles. Magazines, a big chemical pot and a lizard there. Aboriginal wood carving by Rex Wilson. There you go. And another little group lot with a couple of big kitsch tank cards. We've got some nice sort of Art Deco ceramics. All right, and some swans. There's good books in here, kids' books and stuff. The Flight of the Dragons. Old Dame Trot and her pig. It's got nice big colour plates. Pop art, fantastic painters. I Can Squash Elephants. Horror stories. Morris Sendak. Alien stuff. Australian historical. Little lot of Albert Namatjira. Postcards, a pretty cool little chess set in there as well, so that's a nice lot. More toys, Tonka trucks and the remote control front end loader. Big lot of Lego, some still in their boxes, Ninjago, and I think that's like Wednesday Addams or something like that. All the cars and a Lego hamburger, I don't know. Big lot of Mad magazines, all the sort of 1970s, late 70s, early 80s, Max Headroom. There's some great stuff in amongst Spy versus Spy. A lot of these are Australian ones, but there's specials and super specials and big book of capers. All right, we've got lots of good comics and stuff. Nice pair of sort of industrial sort of looking cabinets. Another big lot of Lego with a bag full of all the minifigures and stuff. All right, some wine cooling fridges, 2 of them. Good old David hanging out with a sling on his shoulder. And these are cool. These are all stencils. A lot of these are cereal toys. And some of them are still in their little sanitarium packets. Sanitarium school. What does it say? School project stencil. The Rosella parrot. So there's heaps of them still in their packets in there. And then there was all these other ones. I'm pretty sure they were cereal toys too. And then these other cool cowboy ones and some of these sort of free ones as well. All right, good little lot of yo-yos. I think one of these comes in half there. The little spindle's broken. The Goosebumps one's pretty cool. Looks like it probably glows in the dark still on its card. Some sort of premiums giveaways, some more cards and sort of Tazos and stickers and things from Paddy's Pies, The Simpsons, Ren and Stimpy. They're all still in their little packages. These are kind of cool, little miniature sort of little airline travel bags. And these are great, all these little 1980s. I remember these when I was a kid, little suction cup alien dudes and all these little funny little soft sort of rubber scary creatures. And there you go, you get to call the doctor trick ear. You can be half of King Charles. They're just great, these little things. Really cool. Good lot of cards. There's Flintstones cards in there and some other weird horror cards, sort of fold out ones and heaps of wacky plaques as well. Old police truncheon, some pocket knives, some Collingwood gear, including the cool old Spices paper patch. Another good big lot of sort of plastic toys and things. You've got these geometric puzzles, other little figures. Not sure about these guys, whether or not they're cereal toys. All right, and some marbles to go in there as well. But there's some of these little geometric puzzle things are really cool, and there's little bits of paperwork and stuff to go with them. All right, nice little sort of Chinese lacquerware cabinet. Got some Australian prints down the back. The big one signed by Leonard Long. Nice big signed print. There's other stuff down there. Boxing gear, camera stuff. It's only tripods and stuff though. Really cool big sort of 1980s portable cassette deck with a book, Jimmy Barnes. All right, 2 more boxes of old toys, dolls. There's some cool shirts and kids' books. Waltz and Matilda pop-up book. Old pair of flippers. More comics and stuff. Tools and hardware. More retro light shades. Really cool replica green dog chair. Aero Saarinen or someone like that. More boxes of kids' books and other interesting stuff. Some good sort of rock and roll gear. Kings of Leon. I think it's a big gig poster or something like that. M&M one. The Vox guitar amp. You've got an electric violin and some pop figures. Good box of Australian and New Zealand comics. Jolliffe's Outback. Heaps of the Foot Rot Flats. I think it's like the whole set. Barry McKenzie. And Thoughts of Chairman Joe Biocchi. What else have we got? Some furniture. Nice old wall-mountable PMG phone. It's all complete. I think their little sort of writing pad slope goes on there. And little mouthpieces there to go on here as well. So the phone goes with a nice old McCallum's crate. Another good big lot of mixed comics. All right, all the paper ones, sort of like a larger format. And then heaps of these other Phantoms. Kid Colt Outlaw, Casper the Ghost, Fightin' Navy, Mighty Comic. All right, so there's some good Australian ones in there as well. Another good big lot of toys. Boxed Franklin Mint roller, but there is a couple of little bits missing that have come off it. But crazy detail on these things. That goes in here with, there's more die casts than toys. Little Clover toy truck. 2-volume set Greek Myths. A couple of cool books on the Grateful Dead. All right, another interesting lot of books. Wild Sports and Natural History, The Moor and the Loch. All right, they go with the James Flood Book of Early Motoring. We've got a Bosch sander. And we've got big group, lots of china and glass. Little group in the corner there, a little lot of oriental. Those two coloured dudes are money boxes. Little pierced white metal boat, which would be silver. And this is a nice lot. You've got Ainsley, little sort of afternoon tea set, and a nice Tuscan one as well, plus some other good quality china trios and things like that. Another nice collection of glass and crystal. Art Nouveau Majolica tiles. Two pairs of pretty much brand new Vans. Size men 8, ladies 9.5. So old school and skate low are the models. Some retro-y sort of ceramics. Bit of Vic Greenaway, but it is damaged. Nice bit of coronet over the back as well. Aeroplane models, and there's space shuttles and boats and stuff in there as well. Cutlery. All right, and I'll show you this. Here's some more of these. I've got some more nice paintings. Nice big Hank Guth, Pink Sky at Night. Big oil on canvas. This is a nice bit as well. I've just forgotten the name of the artist, but she was a countess. There you go. Just a lovely watercolour of Venice. All right. And here are some of these Robert Stokes oil of the Todd River, like really cool perspective. This is another Robert Stokes after Roberto Marta. And I'll show you a bunch of the Kerry Stokes ones. These are very cool. So this is Kerry Stokes as well, and this is a spiral of birds. And it's signed and dated down the bottom left and at the top right, so you can actually spin it around and hang it a different way if you want. Another little Kerry Stokes, little sort of cityscape, streetscape. This is another one which reminds me a bit of one of those sort of old 70s psychedelic gig posters. And these are all gouaches, watercolours, mixed media, but mainly gouache. There you go, a grid of frogs, and these are all signed and dated, mainly 1991, although that one's got to be earlier. All right, the crabs are absolutely fantastic. So there's a signature, Kerry Stokes, that one's dated 92. All right, this is all gouache with a bit of airbrush and stuff as well. But they really remind me of like their Mambo, sort of crossed with Ren and Stimpy, crossed with a bunch of other stuff. They're real sort of late 80s, early 90s. It's the Ripper as well. Sunflowers and lizards. I'm trying to get the reflection out of the way. They're just fantastic things. This is the bus stop. All right. A throng of aliens, because there is no collective noun. And that's pelicans and pyramids. They're absolutely fantastic. It's a little bit of a shame they were never shown, they were never exhibited. I reckon these things would have been really popular in their day. I don't know why they never were, but they never were. And then the dog's bar. How rad is this? He's got a smoke. He's hanging up the wall. They're just really cool. And there's a little signature as well, Kerry Stokes. All right. And this is another one of hers. This is with a different sort of little monogram, KAS it looks to be. Just like a real sort of abstract one. All right, really cool thing again. This is also Kerry Stokes, big oil. This is a lot earlier. This is her as well. It's a copy of Paul Colin, I think. And it's been changed a little bit. And this is her as well. You just have to, this is called Overheated. And it's a lovely old FJ ute. All right. But there is a little bit of water damage down the left-hand side. It is signed K. Stokes lower right as well. Another good collection of the old toys. More good old toys. And these funny little rings. Little troll doll. This funny little guy that reminds me of an old cartoon character or something. Sice Noodles, the vintage Star Wars figure. Little nodding head dog. There's just heaps of cool stuff in there. Some more nice little sort of modernist owls, little Italian sort of resin one, this sort of carved stone, and some pottery and other ones. Some good old comic books, all sort of horror, Vampirella, and other sort of stuff as well. All right, a big ceramic Buddha. Now these are oils by Robert Stokes. The hot rod, you got the chopped Corvette, V8 supercars, some old Holdens. They're all signed Robert Stokes. That one's dated what? Looks like 85. And another big Holden V8, Scafie's Holden V8. They're good things. Vintage Master of the Universe, all the good guys. Stratos looks pretty good. He's got all of his stuff there as well. Battle Cat's missing his helmet or mask, and He-Man's legs are getting a little bit wobbly at this stage. All right, we've got a really good slot car racer. It's a Ferrari GTO, I think. It's a really good quality, all adjustable chassis and everything like that. It's got some extra parts, and it's in the wrong box. An old Vauxhall Beetle, but it's an absolute ripper. And they're the bad guys. Beast Man looks pretty good. Once again, he's got that little bit that's come off there is actually in there. I put it back on the other day. Yeah, there it is down the bottom. The Skeletor's pretty good. They've got no weapons or anything. Can't remember what the purple cat was called. And I reckon this guy's a bit later. I reckon he was one of the Horde with Hordak. Got a funny feeling. These are good all early Phantoms, like I think number 100 upwards to like 100 to 200, but the first one I can see there is number 134. A couple of fantastic Winky dolls with the lenticular eyes. Can't recall seeing an inflatable one. And this little monkey man, where's his other hand gone? One arm's a little bit busted, one hand should be there. Where did it bloody go? It'll be around, we'll find it. He's just great with their little lenticular eyes. And this is an absolute ripper. There's another Robert Stokes. Pardon the French, but the title is just Tit Rock. I've had fun during the week with this, asking people when they come in what it's called. A couple of people were close. Two guys were like, Tit Mountain? I'm like, shit, that's pretty close. But it's a really cool surrealist thing. Once again, got to be 1970s, something like that. And he was going to, on the back, he scribbled out Ayers Rock. He was going to call it Ayers Rock. I'm glad he changed the title. Some more good early comics, DC, Marvel, early Australian ones, The Shadow and other stuff in amongst. This is a blow-up, like soft rubber, Incredible Hulk. There's a funny little valve thing in his back. I think you can sort of blow him up and he gets bigger, and there's some comics in there, an old Star Wars, Return of the Jedi comic, little E.T. as well. Cool old Bagatelle game. Another lovely signed watercolour of Venice. James Egan, pretty typical. On leather, wrapped around a bit of chipboard, weighs a ton. Another nice lot. These are all Robert Stokes. I reckon that's a still out of a film that he's been painting. All right, then you've got the CEO and the secretary. One more for the road. And that one is called Payday. Interesting things. Good things. All right, these are more Kerry Stokes. There's 4 of these. Mixed media, sort of ink, oil, and with the applied, I don't know, I'm not sure what that actually is. It's probably like a plasticine that hardens or something. But they're all frogs and birds in trees. Really quite cool. That one's a ripper because one of the birds is having a crack of his Fosters. That one is missing the frame though, as you can see. All right, but they're all signed with their little monogram KAS. A lot of these have got details on the back of them as well. A little lot of tribal with a little Patu club, some little piggies, and the, I think, Hawaiian stone-carved tiki. Royalty, very good quality Paragon. Loving cup with another cup and saucer. Nice little lot of Dalton. The figure is as found. You can see there is damage, a crack around the skirt here. These are lovely little Art Deco, little coffee cups and saucers. A couple of nice bits of Bunnykins. That's a good one, actually. It's a shame it's a little bit faded, but it's nice to see the Barbara Vernon signature. That's a rare pattern. Nice little collection of Australian art glass, Australian pottery, Pilvern. I think a lot of it actually is. Just can't remember. There's like 3 of them. I can't remember which one it is off the top of my head. Novelty teapots and things. Little mixed group lot. Another little group lot. I like the Joseph Sankey and Sons Copper Arts and Crafts jug. This is another mixed media by Kerry Stokes. There's photographic collage, ink, and other stuff going on. All right, fantastically abstract. Scales, pan and weight with a nice old iron on its original stand. These are cool. All the old Simpsons figures in their packages and boxes. Good old Flanders. Janice McBride, mixed media. More good vintage toys and cards and card games. All right, all these plastic ones, little compasses, and there's a couple of little cereal toys in there. Boats. That's a little bloody sail for the boat. All right, another good little group lot with Mr. Potato Head and some die casts and tin toys, little AFX slot car, the Mercedes Gullwing. That's the shell off a Micro Models Holden. Big art glass shot put. Another good lot of sort of 60s comic books and some pop culture magazines. He's cool, a little squeaky toy gingerbread man with some bendies. You've got Pokey, Gumby, the Pink Panther, and the fantastic ostrich. He's great. Aeronautical maps, Flamingo Bay. Some resin owls. They're all made in England. They've all got their details on the base. Good big lot of swap cards. There's heaps of Coles ones in amongst, and then other cartoon characters, Astro Boy, Pixie swap cards, all sorts of gear in amongst. These are two more by Kerry Stokes, and they're actually called Tripping 1 and Tripping 2. They're just fantastic. I think Kerry was into a little bit of acid in her day. I mean, you look at these and you look at this type of thing. They're just fantastic. They're great. These are all nice little woven caches, woven owl pictures. All right, some military badges and things, some nice old pewter, some ephemera with an interesting cover design by Rhys Williams. All right, then we're into the end couple of cabinets. There are more oils of cars down the bottom there by Robert Stokes. You got the 5-window T model or Ford. You got the Aston Martin. I think it's an FC Holden with the blown bonnet and the EH panny. Really good things. Two more Kerry Stokes. Again, sort of like mindscapes with that little house. Little cameo of a little house. Just really cool things again. I'm thinking 1970s. Carved wooden owl figures, but they've all got little holes in their bottoms. They're very much like little Netskis or something like that. This one's not made out of wood. Pool owls. So you got 6 of them. Big one, little one. Nice lot of Oz pottery. I think Ian Drummond, Ian Sprague. Can't remember who this guy is, but just a nice lot. Some more owls. This little bronze one. These are all metal. Little bronze one's nice. Some good Italian ruby glass drink sets and a vase. Nice Australian arts and crafts tray. These are nice again, these little owl ceramic owls. There's a few of them. I think they're South American. They've got details on the bases. 2 nice English ones. Nice pair of Japanese export wear vases and a nice pair of English ones, but there is damage, I think, on the back of each, on the top of the back of each of the English ones. Nice collection of the Sudlow, the green and white squiggly gilding. A couple of nice bits of Rhine Tanton. And then down the bottom we've got this big Aboriginal lidded vessel which is signed D. Bates to the base. The 2 wings have been off the butterfly and the lid is stuck. It's just a nice big thing. A Studio Nova, so it's quite modern, but it's a fantastic big Santa Claus jug. It's a big novelty jug. There's the pouring spout. Another fantastic big bit of Australian pottery. And there's the mark down the bottom there. I just can't remember who made it. It's just fantastic. The big lizards rolling around the top. Then we've got some more bits by Kerry Stokes. All right, fantastic little comical sort of spoils of war. And then this is her as well. World War II. All right, all sort of collage ink. Really cool things. Some Beswick Hooters. These are nice little sort of Dutch winter scenes. One of them is signed. Once again, I've forgotten the name of the artist. They're not very old, though. I think they're done in the 50s, 60s. They look like they're done in the sort of 19th century. And these are a nice little lot with that sort of slight pink tinge, the pair of the swans and the matching basket. And then we've got, this is another cool bit by Robert Stokes, a little flight of RAAF Windgill trainers. I think that's probably taken from a photograph, but it's on canvas. You can see the canvas has just been wrapped around a bit of board. All right, 3 nice bits of Reg Preston, a couple Bing and Grundle, I think they are, probably Royal Copenhagen woofers. 3 more of these really quite nice South American owls. I think one of them, they've got stickers on them. Rinconada de Rosa. They're just really nice quality. 2 pretty cool vintage motorcycles in Australia. And there's another one as well, which is pretty much the same. Veteran motorcycles in Australia by good old David B. Bumble. They're good bits, and that's a cool bit as well, speed and power. Thought that just would have been the story of Jeremy Clark's. But it's how to soup up all makes of engines, high mileage for stock cars, restyling any automobile. It's like a hot rodding book. Beswick pugs, more Think Big and Grundle owls. He's nice, the Luster tobacco jar lid. A couple of nice bits of Harold Hewen. The Noritake Blank Desheen koala figure. 2 more Royal Copenhagen. I think they might be Bing and Grundle. They're pretty cool as well, Laurel and Hardy. And there's 3 more of these nice De Rosa owl figures. 3 more pugs, Clossone owl. Really nice Royal Copenhagen. He's like a barn owl or something like that, isn't he? He's just great. Really nice sort of design and everything about him. Victorian Luster. Some really cool 1960s Beatles magazines, and this fantastic big Russian hand-painted lacquerware. It is an egg on a stand, but it's made out of wood. But it's amazing. It's St. George and the Dragon. It's got to be a little bit careful. It is just sitting on the stand, but all hand-painted. There are a couple of signatures underneath the egg. It's just a fantastic bit of Russian lacquerware. Anyway, guys, hopefully you saw something you liked. It's going to be a good little auction. Be good. See us tomorrow night.